Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and in today's video we're going to be making Mothman, which is one of my more popular patterns. This is definitely not a beginner pattern. I'm not going to be showing you how to crochet in this video. I'd say this is an intermediate to advanced intermediate pattern, and just disclaimer, a lot of this video is blurry because I just moved and my new filming setup did not work out how I wanted it to. So I'm really sorry about that, but the pattern is still going to be on the screen. So you can just follow the pattern and you don't have to see every little thing that I'm doing. So in order to make Mothman, you're going to need worsted weight black yarn and a 3.25mm crochet hook. And of course, scissors, tapestry needle, stuffing, all that good jazz. So we're going to start with the leg, and we're going to start by placing 6 single crochet into a magic loop. For round 1, we're going to increase 6 times for a total of 12 stitches. For round 2, we're going to be crocheting the toes, so we're going to single crochet 1 and then do a 3 double crochet cluster. So all that means is that you're going to start a double crochet, so yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, but then you're not going to finish it. You're going to yarn over and do it again, pull through 2, and then you're going to do it one more time, pull through 2. So you have all those loops on the hook, and then you're just going to pull through all of them, and that's going to create a little bobble that we call a cluster, and that's going to be Mothman's toes. So then you're going to single crochet 1, and then you're going to do that again, and you're going to repeat that for 3 toes, and then you're going to single crochet 6. Next, you're just going to single crochet for 5 rounds plain. For round 8, we're going to do a small decrease, so we're just going to decrease, single crochet 4, decrease, and then single crochet 4, and that'll get us down to 10 stitches. And next you're just going to single crochet for 2 more rounds plain. You can break the yarn on leg 1, but do not break the yarn on your second leg because we're going to use that yarn. So when you're done with your second leg, you're going to single crochet 2, and then you're going to chain 3, and this is going to be in between the 2 legs. And now you're going to single crochet the last 2 stitches from leg 1. So those 2 stitches to the right of where you ended. And this is just so that the feet point out the same direction. And then you're going to single crochet 8 on that leg, single crochet 3 across the chain, single crochet 10 on the other leg, and then single crochet 3 across the other side of the chain for a total of 26 stitches. Now that we have our legs attached together, we're just going to stuff that, and I like to use scrap yarn for these kind of small projects because it doesn't matter if they're a little bit stiff, and it's black so you're not going to see it anyway. And then you're going to single crochet for 6 rounds, and then for round 18 we're going to start decreasing. So you're going to single crochet 6, decrease, and then single crochet 12, decrease, and then single crochet 4. And basically that just means we're decreasing once on each side of the body. And after that round, you're going to have 24 stitches. Feel free to pause here. We're just going to continue this decrease pattern for 4 more rounds. And then after that, we're going to single crochet for 3 rounds plain at 18 stitches. And then once we get up to the neck, we're just going to stuff the body really quick and do 1 more decrease round, single crochet, decreased down to 12 stitches. And as the first round of the head, we're just going to single crochet, increase all the way around up to 18 stitches. And for the second round of the head, we're going to single crochet 2, increase 6 times up to 24 stitches. For round 3, we're going to single crochet 3, increase 6 times for 30 stitches. For round 4, we're going to single crochet 4, increase 6 times to get us up to 36 stitches. For round 5, we're going to single crochet 5, increase 6 times to get us to 42 stitches. For round 6, we're going to single crochet 6 and then increase 6 times to get to 48 stitches. Once you're at 48 stitches, we're just going to single crochet around one time. For round 8, we're going to single crochet 6 and then decrease 6 times for a total of 42 stitches. Next up, we're going to single crochet around for 7 rounds for our head. Now that we're at the top of our head, we're going to start decreasing. So for round 16, you're going to do single crochet 5, decrease 6 times to get you down to 36 stitches. For round 17, you're going to single crochet 4 and then decrease 6 times to get you to 30 stitches. For round 18, you are going to single crochet 3, decrease 6 times to get to 24 stitches. For round 19, you're going to single crochet 2 and then decrease 6 times to get down to 18 stitches. around here is when I started stuffing the head, and I decided to stuff it with stuffing instead of yarn just because I wanted the head to be a little bit fluffier. And then you're going to single crochet, decrease 6 times for 12 stitches. For your last round, you're going to decrease 6 times until you only have 6 stitches left, and then you're going to use a tapestry needle to close that hole. This clip is really hard to see because it's black, but I just like to place my needle into each one of the 6 stitches and then pull it really tight to close that hole, and then I make a knot and then I hide my end inside the head and clip it off. To start your arm, you're going to place 6 single crochet in a magic loop, just like how we did on the legs. And for our first round, we're going to single crochet increase twice, single crochet, and then do a 3 increase, which just means you're single crocheting 3 in 1. I don't know why I wrote it like this. You could just do 2 increases instead, and it would also get you to 10 stitches, but whatever. For the next round, we're going to do the fingers. So this is going to be a lot like the toes, except we're using treble crochets instead of double crochets. So you're going to single crochet, and then we're going to do 3 treble crochet cluster. So a treble crochet in American terms is when you wrap around your hook twice. So wrap twice, and then pull through, and you're going to do that 3 times to get you 3 treble crochets. And the reason I did treble crochets is just because I wanted the fingers to be a bit longer so that they read more like fingers. And then it's basically exactly like the foot. You're going to do a cluster, single crochet, a cluster, single crochet, a cluster, and then single crochet 4. The right side and the left side are slightly different because of the thumb. I wanted the thumb to be in the front, and to do that they have to be slightly different. So for the right arm you're going to single crochet 9 and then do a 3 treble crochet cluster, and for the left arm you're going to single crochet 7, then do your cluster, and then single crochet 2. And then obviously for both arms you're going to single crochet for 3 rounds to get you your little hand. And then we're going to decrease, so for round 7 you're going to single crochet 3, decrease, and you're going to do that twice, and that's going to decrease down 2 in order to get 8 stitches. Then to finish off your arm, you're just going to single crochet for 8 rounds, and then stuff your arm. I like to leave the hands empty just so I can pose the fingers a little bit better, and then make sure you're leaving enough yarn to sew your arm onto the body later. Then next up we're going to be doing the antennas, which look kind of complicated, but I promise that they aren't. And I decided to switch colors just to try to make this a little bit easier. But of course my camera was having tons of trouble anyway, which I apologize. It's a little bit blurry, but I'm hoping that you get the gist of it. So for the antenna you're going to chain 10, and make sure you're doing it kind of loose, because if you do it too tight it's going to be really hard to get into those stitches. And personally I like to single crochet into the back chain, but you don't have to do that, but it will make it look a little bit better. And so you're going to single crochet 1, and then you're going to chain 3, and remember a chain 3 always means you're slipping 2, so we're going to slip 1 and 2 here if I can figure it out. I was having so much trouble filming this video, I almost gave up. So we're slipping 1, we're slipping 2, and then we're going to repeat that. So you're going to single crochet in the next stitch, and chain 3 again, and you're going to do that 3 more times for a total of 4 little prongs here. Now once you have these 4 little prongs, we're going to make 4 more, but they're going to be slightly smaller, so you're going to be doing chain 2 instead of chain 3. So chain 2, slip 1, single crochet, and you're going to repeat that 3 times until you have 4 little prongs, and then you're going to single crochet in the last stitch of the row. At the very tip of our antenna, we are going to do another chain 3, so chain 3, slip 2, and this will be the very top of the antenna. And now we're going to be turning to the back side of the chain. So we're going to be turning there and single crocheting there. And we're just going to be repeating basically everything we did on one side onto the other side. It's going to be a mirror image. So we're going to do chain 2, slip 1 3 times for a total of 4, and then we're going to do chain 3, slip 2 for 4 times, and then single crochet and then slip stitch. And the last step for your antenna is just to weave in this little end at the top. I mean, it's black, so you won't be able to see it, but just weave that in there in the middle and clip that off. And now to make the Mothman's eyes, we are going to use some scrap red worsted weight yarn and place 6 single crochet into a magic loop. And then next for our one and only round, we're going to increase 6 times and then break yarn with enough to sew it onto the head. And this is me pinning on all the little pieces just to see if I like the placement, and then I'm going to be sewing those on, going through each stitch. And I don't really show it in this video because it's really hard to see in the black, but you can watch any of my other plushie or amigurumi videos if you want to learn how to do that in more detail. Next, we're going to make the cowl, which is going to be the little feathery thing that goes around his neck. So in order to do that, we are going to chain 7, and this is just going to be one row. This is a lot like the antenna, so I'm just going to go through it really quickly and you can read it off the screen. You're just going to single crochet, do a chain 3, slip 2, single crochet, chain 4, slip 3, single crochet, chain 5, slip 4, and then we're going to go back down, single crochet, chain 4, slip 3, single crochet, chain 3, slip 2, and then one more single crochet, and break yarn with enough to sew. And then once that little cowl piece is done, we're just going to sew that right around the neck, just like a little scarf there. And it should fit pretty perfectly. Though of course it's black on black, so it is very hard to see. Next we're going to be working on the wings, which is done in two different parts, a top wing and a lower wing. And so we're going to start with the top piece, which is going to be the same for both sides. And just pause this and do that. I'm just starting fast forwarding a little bit because I would be here forever if I showed you how to make a magic circle every single time. So for round 4, you're going to single crochet 3, increase, half double crochet 3, half double crochet increase, double crochet 3, double crochet increase twice, and then going back down, half double crochet 3, half double crochet 3 increase, single crochet 3 increase, and then we're going to break the yarn. And once we've broken the yarn, we're going to reattach the yarn to the 13th stitch to the left from the last stitch. So I'm counting 13 here. I'm going to insert my hook, and then I'm going to slip stitch to that stitch by pulling up a loop and chaining 1, and then I'm going to single crochet in that same stitch before our first round. So round 5, we're going to half double crochet increase, double crochet increase, double crochet increase, half double crochet, single crochet, chain 1 and turn. So now we're working flat side to side. For round 6, and from now on we're always going to skip the first stitch, and we're going to half double crochet 2, double crochet increase, double crochet increase, double crochet increase, half double crochet, single crochet, chain 1 and turn. For row 7, we're going to skip the first stitch, single crochet 3, half double crochet increase, double crochet, half double crochet increase, single crochet 2, chain 1 and turn. For row 8, we're going to skip the first stitch, single crochet 2, half double crochet increase with a chain 1 in the middle, half double crochet, single crochet 2, break yarn. Now that our top wings are done, we're going to work on the lower wings. And just like the top wings, it's going to start with a magic circle and a circle. So here's that portion right there. And then for the next part, this is going to be for the right wing, and it's going to be different than the left wing. So for the right wing, round 4, we are going to single crochet 3, increase 3 times. Then we're going to chain 9, single crochet 8, and then we're going to single crochet 3, increase another 3 times for a total of 30 stitches, not including the chain 9. So here's the part where it gets a little bit complicated when we're going to attach these two parts together, and I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. I don't know if it's going to be helpful for me to say every stitch. I don't know if that's just going to sound like verbal diarrhea, but I'm going to try, and this might take a little bit. So we're going to slip stitch together 6 stitches from the top and the bottom, and so that should just be from the last stitch on the top to the first stitch on the bottom there. So we're going to slip stitch 6, and then I'll meet you at the end. And then after that, you're going to chain up 1, and we're going to be moving left. We're going counterclockwise around this wing. So you're going to be single crocheting 1 and 2, and then we're going to do a chain 3, slip 2. And then you're going to single crochet 1, and then you're going to increase in that same space where there would be an increase, and then you're going to do another chain 3, slip 2, Guys, I had so much trouble filming this video. I'm so sorry if it's not up to my standards. And then you are going to single crochet 2 and do a chain 4 slip 3, which you can't see because my camera absolutely hates my background apparently. So sorry, I will never make that mistake again. And then you're going to single crochet 2 and you're going to do another chain 4 slip 3, and then you're just going to single crochet 9 up that little end bit of your wing. Now this part I admittedly goofed. You're supposed to just chain 3 and then move on to the other side, but for some reason I got confused and so I did a chain 3 slip 2. That works too if you want to do that, but that's not what I intended. So chain 3 and then you're going to single crochet 12 down the other side of this little dangly bit. And then you're going to increase in the increase space. And then you're going to single crochet 4. And increase in the increase space again. And then you're going to do a half double crochet decrease, so wrap the yarn around each time and then pull through all your stitches, which I kind of fubbed up there. And then we're going to do a double crochet decrease, so wrap your yarn around, pull up 2, and then do that again, and then go through all 3 and split your yarn. And then you're going to do a double crochet decrease with 1 stitch from the bottom part of the wing and then 1 stitch of the top part of the wing, the next available stitch. So right there, pull through 2 and then pull through 3, and this is going to bridge the gap between our 2 sides here. Next, we're just going to mirror some of the things we already did on the other side. So you're going to do a double crochet decrease, and then you're going to do a half double crochet decrease, and then you're going to increase, and single crochet 3, and then increase again, and then chain 3, slip 2. And then single crochet 3. And don't be confused by all the stair stepping here, we're just going into actual stitches. So we're jumping up there, but it's still 3, and then we're going to increase, and then we're jumping up again and doing a single crochet, and then doing another increase, and then jumping up again and doing another single crochet, and then doing one more increase. And then you're going to chain 5, slip 4. And then next you're going to slip stitch into this chain 1 space at the very top of the wing that we left in between those double crochet, and then chain up 1, and then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch, chain 4, slip 3, and then single crochet in the next stitch, and then chain 4, slip 3 again, and then single crochet 2 in the next 2 stitches, and then you're going to chain 2 to bridge this gap here, and then single crochet in the next available stitch, and then you're going to chain 5, slip 4, and then single crochet 2, and then you're going to chain 4, slip 3, and then you're going to single crochet 2 in the next available stitches, so we're going to jump this gap here, and then you're going to chain 3, slip 2, and then you're going to single crochet your last 2 stitches, and then you're just going to slip stitch anywhere really, but I slipped right in the middle there, and then you're going to break your yarn. And then the only thing left to do for this wing is to sew in all the ends on the back side. If you're doing it in black, it's not gonna matter because you're not gonna see it anyway. But yeah, we're just going to sew in all those ends, and then we're going to do the other wing for the left side. And I didn't want to go through the whole thing, otherwise this video would be 2 hours, so just pause it here and just go through it really carefully, and then you'll have 2 wings. Now we're just going to do some of our finishing details, like the highlights on the eyes and sewing on the wings on the back. So for the highlights on the eyes, I'm just using this scrap of white yarn, and I'm just going to be doing sort of a little cross here. And in the next clip I realized that I did it too high, so I brought it down a little bit lower. We want it to be about in the middle of the eye here, going from right to left, and then I just poked that through and up through a stitch, like I always do, and then I go back through that same stitch to where I want the needle to go. So in this case I'm going right below that line, or actually above that line because I'm a liar, and then I'm going to go down into a cross or an X, however you want to do it. I mean, you don't have to do a highlight if you don't want to, I just thought it looked cool. And then I'm going to bring the needle back up through that same stitch where I left my end, which is a really simple way of doing details like this, because then I just make a double knot with those 2 strands and I just poke it to the inside and no one would ever know. And here is both of the wings completed in black, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to sew them on. Usually I would pin it first, but for some reason I didn't in this clip. I was kind of rushing to finish this. So you just want to place your wing on the back and determine how high up you want it. Here I put it up a little too high and I ended up lowering it later. So I've just got my yarn and I've threaded it onto a tapestry needle, and I'm just going to sew about 1 inch or 1.5 inches of that side of the wing onto the back. So depending on where you want the wing, it's either on the back or on the back of the neck. And you want to make sure that this is pretty secure, or otherwise the wing is going to be really floppy, and we don't want that. Otherwise it won't look as good when it's standing up. And then when I like where I place the first one, I'll sew on the second one, trying to get it as symmetrical as possible. And make sure you're constantly looking at it from the front so that you like how it looks. And then sew on the second wing, and Mothman's done. And here I'm showing the comparison between the old one and the new one, because I did use a slightly different yarn, so they did come out a little bit differently. Plus I crocheted them like 2 years apart. So yeah, that is Mothman. I'm super happy with this pattern. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this pattern is a little bit more difficult than my others, so I'm hoping some of you actually try this out. The link to the Etsy pattern is down below if you want a printable version. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram or YouTube or wherever I am, and I'll try to answer you as best I can. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!